Okay, Unit 9 group quiz. Okay, first part, if we're finding the vertex, there's only one kind of shape that has a vertex, one vertex. That has to be a parabola, okay? Vertex, change, and keep. So, +2, +3. Change and keep. Okay, state the line of symmetry. This one is already in descriptive form. Remember, line of symmetry has to be written as an x equals equation, and you do change that. So, x equals 3. State the line of symmetry for this equation. This is also a parabola because there's only one square. For this one, you want to use x equals -b over 2a. So plug this in. That's -16 over 2 times 4. 16 over 8 reduces to be 2. So we're going to get an x equals equation again. X equals 2. State the vertex here. Two different ways you could do this. It's probably easier to find the line of symmetry first, so start with x equals -b over 2a. Plug things in. We got -18 over 2 times -3. -18 over -6 reduces to give you 3, so your x is equal to 3. Plug this in to find the y. So y equals -3 times 3 squared plus 18 times 3 plus 1, so -3 times 9. Plus 54 plus 1. -27 plus 54 plus 1 is going to give you 28. So your vertex will be at 3, 28. Okay, 3, 28. Number 5, graph the following. Two different ways you could do this. You could find line of symmetry by x equals -b over 2a, or you could realize that this is actually x plus 2 squared. Okay, that factored is x plus 2 quantity squared. From here, you would know that line of symmetry is x equals the change of this, so -2, so the opposite. So your x equals, your line of symmetry is at x equals -2. From there, vertex, there's a 0 technically at the end, so your vertex is at -2, 0. Since this is positive in the front, it's going to be facing up. And since there's a 1 in front, it is normal width. So not super wide, not super skinny, just normal width. Find the radius. Before you can find radius, you have to have completed squares. So really, this is like x plus 0 squared. So nothing gets added. This one is really y plus 4y, y squared plus 4y. If you complete the square, we're going to add a 4, take the middle number divided by 2 and square it, which means you add 4 to the opposite side. So really, we're going to have x squared plus y plus 2 squared equals 9, and the radius, you take the square root of what's on the right side, so radius equals 3. Write the equation of a circle with a center 5, -2, and a radius of 7. The equation of a circle is always x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. You do need to know that formula for tomorrow. It's definitely on your group quiz. Here, we're just going to plug in. So the x portion is the 5. Change the sign, so it's going to be x minus 5 squared plus y, change your sign to a plus 2 squared equals 7 squared is 49. So that is your answer. X minus 5 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals 49. Okay, next page. For number 9, find the center. Okay, find the center of this. This is automatically, it has to be a circle because there's 2 squares plus in between and same coefficient. So even before we complete the squares, you can already tell that this is going to be a circle. So put your x's together, put your y's together. So this is going to be x squared minus 6x. Leave a space because we're going to complete the square. Plus y squared plus 4y. Move the 3 to the opposite side, so equals 3. Here you want to complete the square, so take the middle number divided by 2 and square it. -3 squared means we add 9. There was nothing out front, so we're just going to add 9 to the other side. You don't have to multiply by anything. On the other side, middle number, again, divided by 2 and square it. So we're going to add 4 to the opposite side. You also add 4 because there was nothing in front. So this factors to be x minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals 3 plus 9 plus 4 is 16. The center, anytime you have something in parentheses, you're going to take it out and switch the sign. So the center would be at positive 3, negative 2. Positive 3, negative 2. Okay, this is an ellipse. Its center is at 0, 0. So that means automatically there's going to be nothing inside the parentheses. Okay, in case you forget, nothing inside the parentheses. Then in the denominator, you're going to figure out how far away for the x part do you move. So you move over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be 5 squared. And you'll simplify that in just a second. The y's up and down from the center, you move 3. So 3 squared. So the equation of the graph is actually x squared over 25 plus y squared over 9 equals 1. That's the equation of your graph. By the way, on an ellipse, these are where the vertices are farther apart. Okay, so you always pick the ones on the ends of the major axis, which is the ones that are the farther apart ones. Find the center here. This is already in standard form. This is a hyperbola because there's a negative in between. Center means we change the signs. The x part is second, but the center, it still goes first. So positive 7, negative 2. Make sure you realize that this is written second, but it still goes in the x position, which is first. State the vertices. Okay, this is going to be a hyperbola. The only thing that, the only way you can tell this is a hyperbola is the minus in between. So we know this is centered at 0, 0. Side to side, you move over 4. Up and down, 3. We always take the square root of the x and the y denominators. The vertices are going to be on the x because that is what's positive. Now, you can draw in your asymptotes if you need to, but it's not necessary here. So the vertices are at 4, 0 and negative 4, 0. Okay, 4, 0 and negative 4, 0. Number 13, find the asymptotes. The only thing that has asymptotes is a hyperbola. This will be centered at 0, 0. Again, on the x, move over 4. On the y, move up 3, down 3. So the asymptotes are the lines, the guidelines that take, that you form your hyperbolas inside. So this is the asymptote, goes through the middle, through the edges. So here, to get from here to this point, you're going to go up 4 over 3. So this one says state the asymptotes. It really should say state the equation of the asymptotes. Equation of the asymptotes. So it's always a y equals mx plus b line. We know this is going to be plus or minus. We decided it was going to be, up 3 over 4. Always has an x, and since it goes through 0, 0, you don't have to put a y-intercept because it's a 0. So you don't have to rewrite a y-intercept. Number 14, state the vertices. Anytime you have something inside a square, you only want the top to be in a square. So x plus 4 squared over 25 plus y minus 7 squared over 16 equals 1. The center here would be at negative 4 up 7. So over 4 up 7. From here, we're going to go side to side 5. And up and down 4. Now, the vertices are going to be on the x, okay, because this is what's positive. So this point is 1, 7. This point is negative 9, 7. So negative 9, 7 and 1, 7. Next one, if we state the slopes of the asymptotes. Okay, slopes of the asymptotes. Oh, you're good.